Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. I apologize about my voice. I'm sort of losing it today. I've just been talking non-stop. Um, just having a look at obviously the ASX 200. Again, it's a little bit boring. Like I always point this out every start, but we just got to keep it simple. Um, ASX 200 downward trend. It looks really weak. We did say the last week the Dow was going to hit a temporary high. We believe the Dow could lose about 5%. Um, and I think really with our market, I think it'll pull us back down to this around 4,800 level. That's why we're not sort of putting out too many trends at the moment, and being really rejoiced in the fact that obviously a lot of our stocks are actually doing quite well. Um, just having a look at some stocks, I think that are really quite have done well for us or interesting at the moment. Obviously, Eden Energy, which we're up about over 325% since we originally put this on. We do sell half when it's doubled, so for us, we're up about really officially about 200%. Eden Energy, just a fantastic story, and been going about this for a while now, and and I think a lot of you did buy it under zero point 0.4. A lot of you just got in recently, just under 10, and again, really is a absolutely fantastic looking chart. Um, and a great company, and this company could do anything. I mean, it's got concrete twice as strong, half the price. I mean, if you think if any sort of little small cap is going to make it, it's going to be these guys. Um, just having a look at some of the stocks as well that are doing really well. It's great to see the Hazer Group. This is one of our 10 baggers. Did this normal thing of sort of jumping up pretty high, then when they list coming down, and since then she's just gone off to the races. And again, no one's selling at the moment till 0.42. This has been a fantastic story so far for us, and I think Hazer Group, I think the market gets pretty low for I think the possibilities of the company, and I'm guessing it could re-rate quite a bit higher till it plateaus, and but often with these small caps, we try and get in at a really early time, and if they do double, we'll sell half, and just let our profits run and enjoy the story. Another company we've been talking about again is ORE. Fantastic looking chart, really great. That's a long-term chart, but we really got interested in this looking at this short-term chart. It's hard to sort of say. I think all the members understand the sort of patterns we like after a while, and certainly this is the sort of pattern we absolutely love. Like the way the chart's swinging, I like the way it's holding that 20-day moving average, and just coming up to a little buy signal. I couldn't do it a few days ago, but maybe it can do it now, and it can move on. There are a few funds I believe buying into this company, so unfortunately they will play around with those share prices to soak up stock, but I think eventually our ORE is going to be a great story for us this year. I think a company I'd just like to talk about is Rent.com. This is a company obviously we've already made 100% gain on. People who sort of follow the instructions exactly as we ask Equity Story, and but some people obviously you see stocks going up, they bought it higher, and the stock has come down to they just done a capital raise about 0.15. We absolutely love this company. I think it's got a great future. I mean, the management are good. We met them, we've spoken with them. They've got market cap's about 19 million. Got about 8 million in cash after the capital raise, and this I think this story is exciting because they're getting about 600,000 people now every month visiting the website, and you can compare that to realestate.com. Realestate.com get about 3 million. But if you look at the difference in market cap, real estate now is a $7 billion market cap, and these guys are still only just under, like I said, around 20 million. So potentially, if they can really get this website cranked up, they're doing a big advertising campaign. They've already got 60,000 active listings on the website. They've got about just under 7,000 rental agencies that they're contracted with and working with. and they've got some great revenue models on the website. One I particularly like is that the way they pay for the bonds for young people, and they charge an interest for it. I think Rent.com, it'll be really interesting to see if they can get a lot of momentum with this advertising campaign. I think there's certainly a space in the real estate market in Australia for a specialized website just doing rents, and I think their name Rent.com is obviously worth a lot. Really do like this story, and I think hopefully this will be a bottom, and you're going to see her working her way up from here. Unfortunately, when you see this type of price action, a little bit of sentiment's been killed, so she's going to have to go up now and prove it, but I think she will. And I think once Rent.com does start, showing that she can earn money and she's got a revenue model is starting to really build pace, I think you'll see this stock potentially be a really exciting story in the future. I'd just like to point out one more story. It's actually, I always say the best thing about Equity Story is our members. They're always sort of coming up with ideas and putting ideas across the table. And there's one really interesting little real estate company. It's really just the code is GDF. They're geared up to about, I think it's not a huge market cap. I'll just have a look here. It's not a huge market cap. It's roughly around, I think, about 133 million. Hold on, let me have a look here. I'm just going to bring this across so you can have a look at it. What's quite interesting, they're trading around this sort of 92 cents. At this sort of price, they're giving a yield of about 9.625%. They are they give the distributions. I think the members said quarterly, but it says saying here half yearly. But I'm sure the members right. I'm sure it is quarterly. But as a dividend stock, I think they're geared up to about 33%. They are revaluing the properties at the moment, so we believe, the client believes the NTA should potentially go up from about sort of $1.02 up to maybe about $1.10. I just think it's an interesting story. It's certainly not one of ours. It's not really what we do. We don't really look at dividend stocks at Equity Story. But those members who do look at dividend stocks, it's well worth having a look at. It doesn't have sort of too many properties, but it's certainly obviously a good dividend and a good payer, and could be of interest to some of our members' portfolios. So please take a look, and we'd obviously like to know what you think. Just having a look at some of the weekly buy and sell signals. Again, they've been tremendously successful for Equity Story, and you can have a look at every Sunday we put these on the Einstein's website. And the first one, the first three, which had what we call the classic buy signals. Technology one, which at one stage this week was up over 4%. It settled the week to be in the positive territory, which was great. But the real big winner for us this week was obviously Blackmores, which had that classic little buy signal, which jumped about 15% at one stage and ended the week up about 13%. Aristocrat, again, didn't really go for that buy signal. Normally these buy signals do work, but I mean, what a great looking chart. Certainly, if you're in that company, you wouldn't want to be selling it. Looks fantastic. Of the bullish signals, again, they were all. We had some huge hits there. Apart from Hanson Group, I think they're all pretty successful. ARB was up 5.87%. At one stage, API was up just 3.7% at one stage, and Focus was up, hit a record high this week, 3.6%. MPL was up 2.41%, and basically most of them ending the week positively, which is great. Sell signals were again just so on the money. I don't think there's a business in the whole of Australia that sort of puts their neck on the line. Equity Story, trying to give such short-term guidance sort of week in, week out, and no, I think 80% of the time, 90% of the time, we're pretty on it. But if you look at ANZ, we've been telling you the banks to get out now for about 2 or 3, 4 weeks, well, longer than that really. But again, ANZ um, absolutely down sort of 4% at one stage, and Bendigo down 5.4%, and NEC down 29% at one stage. I mean, it really did go through that sell signal. These stocks here, these in this little category, I'm looking WSA down nearly 7%, Westpac at one stage down 4.5%, Woodside down 6.9%. Now we said all these stocks were going to get hammered. They did. Why? Because they all had classic sell signals on them. And again, that was just absolutely fantastic guidance from the Equity Story team. Again, we gave you a whole list of stocks. We said I won't go through them all because it's a bit boring, but a whole list of stocks we said would be bearish, including CBA. CBA was down considerably this week, yearly low. The only ones out of all these stocks that CPU was the same. REG, ABP, and Suncorp. They all ended the week slightly higher, but again, a fantastic effort by the Equity Story team. So well done. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for listening to Equity Story, and I look forward to obviously bringing you this report on Monday when my voice is back to normal. Thank you very much, and good night.